So thank you so much. Our next speaker is Olaniyan. Olaniyan. Sorry if I if I pronounced your name incorrectly. You must.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, can you presentation?
Greetings to everyone, and thanks to the organizer of this virtual conference. Believe you can hear me.
Yes, clearly.
Okay, yeah, my name is Olawale, and the names of my co-researchers are indicated on the slide. And I'll be talking about evaluation of institutional capacities of the Gambia Indigenous Livestock Multipliers Association in ensuring a sustainable food system. Just from the topic, you will see that I'll zoom in, unlike my previous the previous presenters who talked about policy, but I'll be zooming in on the actors in the food system. Yeah, so these are some of the things I will discuss or present in the short time given to me, starting with the introduction up to the acknowledgement. The study context is the Gambia. As you may know, the Gambia is in the western part of Africa, and is on the latitude indicated here. Agriculture is one of the main contributors to the gross domestic product, contributing up to 23.7% as at 2020. That the country is under Sudano-Guinean agroclimate, usually with a short rainy season. So in this study, we know that there are quite a lot of farmers associations, and people are also advocating, and there are also increasing literature on what farmers associations can do in order to ensure sustainable food systems. But there's also another side of the coin, because we realize that despite the fact that there are some emerging farmers associations, some of them become dysfunctional just few years, and due to several reasons, which include the technical, financial, and also other challenges. And we realized that there's a need to look deeper into why some of these institutions could not survive beyond 2-3 years or relatively longer time. So in this study, we focused on three-tier open nucleus breeding system, which involves some particular group of farmers called the Gambia Indigenous Livestock Multipliers Association. So in this study, we aim to examine the performance and their participatory and institutional structure. And by doing that, we aim to also understand the roles that they play in the distribution of improved genetic animals. By also assessing how they are organized and what are the challenges that they face in their institutional responsibilities. Ultimately, the study aimed to recommend some ways to strengthen these important actors. In terms of the materials and methods, we looked at literature review, the content analysis. Under that, we looked at the constitution, the bylaws, registration, and the partners report from this association, the farmers association. Also, we had a series of focus group discussions, including the members of this farmers group and some of their partners. And also, there were several key informal interviews. And importantly, we used a tool called Participatory Institutional Diagnosis, which was designed by the West African Rural Foundation. This tool, the PID, particularly looks at ways to diagnose and learn from these organizations by looking at their strengths and weaknesses. So it basically focused on the strengths and weaknesses of a particular grassroots organization. So some of the findings from the studies include, we realized that these farmers associations, they have vague understanding of the role and responsibilities of what they have to do. This was not only limited to the members. We could see that during the interview of the leaders as well. So what that typically means is that they were incapable to adequately describe the formation, evolution, and historical progression of their associations, or some of them did not even know the history behind those associations and why they are still existing. And also we realized that the gamers, that's the farmer association I'm talking about. Have challenges when it comes to strategic, technical, and financial partnership. There was very limited collaboration with partners, and that we know that a tree cannot make a forest. So they really need to network and collaborate with others. So what that typically implies that they've not been taking advantage of opportunities that could have reinforced or strengthened their association. Also, we noticed that there was a poor information flow among these farmers association and the members. That means some of the opportunities that the members could have harnessed, they didn't know about it. And like I said before, some of them did not even know why the association exists. So possibly they knew about my friend joined the association and they also followed suit to join. Also, we noticed that the leadership is skewed in terms of age. And what that meant is that the executive members especially were all older than 35 years. And then we know that Africa is one of the youngest continents in the world. So that really has a lot of implications because we noticed that the reason why they were not dynamic in their activities or innovative is because they didn't really have young members among them. And also when it comes to gender, we noticed there was a disparity in terms of composition with the membership, mostly men. And that is understandable because livestock ownership under the cultural settings in the country is related or follows the same line. So from the study, we came up with some policy recommendations, which include, which is applicable to some other farm associations, is that there is the need for strategic framework. The vision, mission, and strategic plan needs to be well defined. And we also recommended from the study that there's a need to involve a legal expert or advisor in the drafting of their bylaws and the constitution. Why is this important? Because it will help them, the members, to conform to the aspirations and the decisions. It will also help to know these who are eligible to join the membership, and if there are some stipulated fees to pay that the members are committed right from the onset. And then the duties and rights of members need to be well explained, and that does not leave the leaders out of that. We also know that there's a need for clear documentation of roles and responsibilities of executive members. During the key informant interviews, we realized that the president and some other ones did not even know. They know the title, but they didn't know what is their statutory responsibilities for holding that position. So we also know that, we also recommended from the study that there's a need for reinforcement farmers association strategic partnership in order to benefit from different opportunities that their partners may have for them. Just to let the participants know that this study was already published, and there were so many people who contributed to the sources, and they are duly acknowledged. Thank you so very much for your listening.
Thank you so much, Olawale, for even flagging such a list research topic and also showing this policy space.